Good morning folks, how are you all? Hope you're all okay. At last, this is the final reveal of my entry to my own I.D.F group build on Facebook and YouTube and that. We have had a few guys that are joined that aren't necessarily on Facebook. One in particular, Nige, from Nigel's modelling bench. He doesn't have a Facebook account, so he's going to strictly do his entry sort of on YouTube, and then what I shall do, or one of the other guys can do, admins can share his work on that Facebook page, his videos and stuff, so that's fine. So I just want to get that out of the way, and also Nige, thank you very much for the mention on your channel. I've had a few more subscribers to my channel and that, so thank you guys, and thanks Nige for that. It's you know, I suppose it helps, every bit helps I suppose. I never really set this up for see how many I got, like I did it for sort of pass what I learn on to other people, and also just for the fun of you know, meeting new guys, messaging people, you know, all that type of thing, so it's good. So yeah, I've had quite a bit. I've posted it already on social media, on Facebook. I tend to use two main sites really, Facebook groups, the Warts and All, run by Mike Cohen, Nige Wells and Ian White and crew, all great guys, and it's just a really friendly atmosphere on there, so I tend to post my work on there. And also on, it'll be on the I.D.F group build Facebook page, which hopefully, if I think, I'll put a subscription, a link to in the description of this video down below, and also Modern Military Modelling page on Facebook, which is another group I run with a couple of friends. So yeah, as you can see, I've put it on a little turntable because if I try and, it's got sort of weird angles on it, so it's difficult to pose it in a certain area where you'll see everything. So I thought I'll do it this way. Certain ways I've done things on here, the rubbish bags in particular, these cardboard boxes of Coke and Sprite on the back here of the tank. I've put how I've done it all and everything in previous updates. I've had a couple of guys negative feedback, fair enough, but I don't do it for rivet counting. I really cannot be doing with it, and you know, if I want, you know, critique and whatever, I'll ask for it. I've always said as well that unless I state that I'm doing it, trying to do it 100% correct, historically correct, then there is going to be a bit of my artistic license in there, I suppose. The two complaints I've had mainly are the tie downs on the tank for the aerials. They wouldn't be done that way. Well, on a lot of my reference pictures, they aren't done that way, that's correct. However, on 2 or 3 tanks I have seen it done, the aerials tied down that way, so that sort of shoves that one. Now, I'm not saying they're tied in the right place on the tank, but on a model it's hard to do it, so I've had to sort of do where feasibly possible really. And the other thing that was pointed out as incorrect is the tank crew. Now, I do agree, but in my last update, I think, or the first update, I did state that that tank crew that was standing there, was actually from the Lebanon campaign. Now, research that I've done and all that type of thing, really the only difference from the uniforms is basically a couple of pouches from what I can see. And like I said, I really cannot be arsed with worrying about little things like that. However, it did start to play on my mind actually, because the amount of decent feedback I've had on this build, I thought, you know, I might just enter it in the Stoke competition later this year, just for a bit of fun again. So I thought, right, I'll try and do it, you know, change the figures. So what I've done is I found online an old Academy boxing. I think they were out in 1996, I think, of I.D.F tank crew. So I've got the other Meng tank crew set in the stash, but I want that for something else. So I got these Academy, managed to find them on Evil Bay, and they are here. And I've also added another one in the actual turret there, posing as though he's sort of signalling to the guys down on the ground, and he's got some binoculars in his hand. I've also added, I don't think you'll pick up on camera, a couple of mics as well coming from the helmet, microphones. They were a right ball ache to do. Basically I've just used a bit of lead wire and folded the ends over at the end where the actual microphone bit would probably be. Again, not historically accurate, but to be honest, I don't, you know, it really got me tits up because I was struggling it kept falling off, then the bugger wouldn't glue, and oh, it's driving me insane. So, but then just as I was about to give up, it worked. So there you go. The tank is that kit from Meng, and the crew, the I.D.F infantry, are actually the Meng I.D.F infantry box 2. Now I've actually done them in the I.D.F Special Forces colour, apart from this chap here at the front who's got sort of mixed camo on. I added a little foil flag just draping out of his backpack. I just thought it'd be a little bit of something different, you know. That was just made out of tin foil and some decals that you sort of rub on, if you know what I mean, dry decals, are they called, or something. So that's that. The Coke bottle that I was so chuffed with is lying on the front of the tank with another machine gun, which I've pretended is the crew members there as he's come out. I've also added on the turret here a laptop, just as though they've put it out, get it out while they've come to pause, to rest. So I just thought it was a different little touch. The paint blotches here on the tank and at the back are as though they've had paint thrown at the tank. It's something different again for the eye, you know, to see. The rubbish bags were made out of actual rubbish bags. I just ripped a little bit off and got a pebble from out the garden and tied it up, just to make it, and dust it up a little bit and make it look as though there's rubbish being dumped there, as there is as well. I don't know if you ever have a look at some barbed wire, sometimes you do tend to see the odd leaf or bit of plastic bag stuck to it, and that's what I've done on there, and on this little branch here, just do something different again, to have a look at. I mean, with the rubbish bags you can always use a bit of plasticine or blue tack or something, and you can obviously shape it to what you want. The tree was made out of bits of clay, just topped on with each other, and then wire, and then basically paper card for the leaves and that. But again, if you want to watch some of the updates beforehand, that's what I've explained in there. So basically this is the final reveal of my I.D.F group build offering. I've labelled it Protecting the Strip, so obviously it's the Gaza Strip, just capturing a bit of a patrol on the Gaza Strip or exercise or something. So that's basically it. I can't really tell you much more. So thanks for all the very kind feedback and the help and support and everything people have been sending me recently. You know, such a great community in the right places. No, it is. It's a good community on the whole. And thank you ever so much. We had some more good news yesterday, even better news yesterday, Tuesday, from my good friend Greg, but that's for him to say. So yeah, there you go then, guys. So hope you're well, hope you'll stay safe, and may the force be with you. See ya, bye.